Alright everybody, we are back for another chess game, and I'm just going to get right on into it. I'm going to open with something I haven't opened with yet. I've been opening queen pawn the whole time, and hopefully by this point we've played a few matches under our belt. We're going to start making things work a little bit easier, a little bit quicker at this point. It looks like he's most likely going to go into French, so it really depends on how exactly I would like to respond to a game like this, and I'm kind of in the mood to just do something totally random and out of the blue. So let's just do something dumb, like a legitimate bad move. If he wants to bring up his queen pawn, which a lot of people with French like to do, then I can just make a huge mess of this center, and I have absolutely no idea how anything like this is going to work out. Never done that before, so whatever. It's probably not good. I also don't care. And it's just making a huge big mess. If I do this, it's going to leave him without any center pawns, and it's still going to leave me with one, although it will be isolated. So let's just see how something like this is going to work out. He'll probably take it with his queen, and I can chase it away with his horse, giving me a little bit of tempo. And well, I guess we'll just have to go from here. It certainly isn't very attractive, having my stuff all messed up like this, but having him being totally on his own, he's like an island. But, we're going to go with that. He's got absolutely nothing out himself, so I suppose that's kind of cool. So I guess we'll have to see. He wants to bring out a horse, and at this point, considering how weird the pawn game is, I'm kind of thinking I want to just continue to mess up the pawns. So part of me wants to bring over this dude, or bring over the bishop to pin his horse, and just see if I can help mess some of this stuff up a little bit. But that's probably not the better way to go. I'm probably going to be better off if I just keep developing myself and try and make something happen the standard way. So we're going to go ahead and get around to being involved with that, and it looks like he's going to try and prepare to castle on his king side. So I already know I need to start aiming all of my attackers over there at some point, and we're going to have to just go with that. So let's see, if I want to bring this up, try no, because that's just going to allow him to develop. Blah blah blah. Let's see, where are going to be some good ways for me to get my knights to put up some big damage on here. I suppose bishops to one of these, actually I guess any of these three squares are usually really powerful, so I'm just going to keep developing, match his castle with my castle. It still is allowing me some control of the center. Just standard stuff really. I don't really have any plans at the moment. I don't really know what I'm doing in this particular case, but we're just going to see how things want to play out. So that's how that's going at the moment. And let's see here. One thing I have a bad habit of, I'm not very good in 2D. I'm much better on like when I can look at the pieces physically. That I've noticed re-watching some of my vids, that I don't usually spend a lot of time thinking about what they can do, which is obviously a problem. I'm usually more concerned just on my own merit. So we're going to have to go from there. Like right there, I think it's just kind of the same thing as what my bishop was doing. It's just occupying a space. And it's not particularly doing anything all on its own. So if I go up with my horse, it puts a whole lot of pressure on this square, which can be deadly, but he'll just castle right out of it. So I would need somewhere else to go if I wanted to do something like that. And at the moment, I don't have any plans that are going to be any more effective than what's already going on. So let's see. Pinning his bishop doesn't really do anything unless I was able to, well, I don't know. I suppose it's probably safest if I go for a castle first, just to get that out of the way. See if I can pin his bishop and then pin his knight, though he's probably obviously going to castle out of it before I can establish any sort of pin. But yeah, that's already going, so we're going to need to work a little bit harder in order to get something going with that. And again, eventually I'm going to want to get myself over to here. I might be able to actually best just to pop my queen on here, start putting a lot of pressure onto this square. So that might be something to look at. And then hell, even the knight can come over, and that can just be a lot of pressure all at once. But I do want to get all of my main pieces out here before I start to really look at attacking in different ways, different methods. Let's see, so I guess first I'm going to actually break the pattern that I just said of getting my minor pieces out first. Just try and start taking control of a semi-open file while I can. And again, I don't really have any main tactics at this point, so I need to focus a little bit and start thinking about the game of chess itself. I've been trying to watch some vids and read a couple of chess books I have lying around my house, but all the books I have are like beginner type stuff, so I'm really not getting too much from it. But I'm trying to accelerate my process of speeding up in here a little bit and trying to get a little bit better at what I'm doing exactly and how to play this game at a faster rate than I've been developing fairly slowly so far. But we're gonna go with, let's see, I don't know, I kind of want to do that, but I guess the thing I'm not thinking about is what am I gonna do from there. I suppose it does give me an attack over on this pawn, so I'm just gonna go with that while I'm seeing something. I am a little bit worried that eventually he's gonna want to do a little bishop sacrifice over here and start bringing some heavy pressure, but not too many people do a move like that, so we'll just have to see. At least with this move, I'm setting up some potential damage all on his weak square. But you always want to make a move where you can attack something, set up a future attack, or develop a piece, help gain control of position. And I think a move like over here, I don't know, I think it kind of does all of those. I am setting up, I am attacking something. It is reinforcing my positional control. It is kind of developing a piece, so it seems like it's a really solid move. So I probably should start thinking better about what I want to do during his turn and less during my turn, because this is when his clock is moving, not mine. If I can get a horse, well, I can't get my horse over to here anymore because of his bishop, although it would allow me to bring my rook over to here. If I can get my horse here, then I'm going to have a lot of offense, 3 pieces attacking this little bugger, and only 1 guy defending it. So he's going to need to have some sort of response to this. And should he do that, I can easily just grab a free piece over here, which is going to lead to a rook if he doesn't do anything about that either. So there's definitely some decent offense actually going on in this case for me, despite the fact that our center is kind of destroyed with these pawns. Okay, so he's protecting against my my queen going up and jacking that, but he is weakening this diagonal for him as well. So because that's a little weak, I kind of want to start taking advantage of it. An easy way to take advantage of it would be to put my bishop right on over here, which can currently be taken by his horse. So a good move, I think, would be to put some pressure on his horse over here and see if I can remove that defender a little bit. Though I am worried if he does put his queen over here, should something like that happen, then let's see. I don't know, it'll be a little bit harder for me to get in all the attacks that I would like to get at the same time. So I think I'm going to have to go for this one first and just start putting up a bunch of attacks over here. If I go, he can put a queen down. He's got 3 pieces guarding it. Let's say I take with bishop, he takes with rook, he can take with queen. That'd be a lot of trades. I would lose 3 pieces for 2 and I don't think that's very good. Well, no, because he won't be able to take with the king. I'm having a hard... See, this is the one downside to playing on 2D. I have a much harder time envisioning how pieces are going to be moving. If I do go up here, let's say he tries to protect with the queen. And I take. Queen's not going to take. I suppose perhaps if I come up here with the knight instead, maybe I could remove his knight defender that way, just taking it with the bishop. My knight doesn't really have anywhere better to go, however, should something like that not happen. He's going to have to respond to it, though, immediately, otherwise I'll just take his. So yeah, let's just go with that, which is very ironic considering I wasn't thinking about it at all, and then I just end up hopping right into that move over there. I'm trying to stay aggressive, something I normally don't do too much, but see if I can make a few moves happen out of the blue. Because I'm trying to capitalize on this weak file over there, which now I am able to do with this trade. Just verify that I'm still going to be okay. So now I'm attacking his piece over here. He's going to block it off with that guy. And now I need to start really getting some heavy damage in here. The best ways for me to do that, let's see. If I still want to continue over to this, he's just going to take with pawn. No, okay, so I do have to get my bishop out of here. And in fact, he's going to end up just pushing this pawn. So looks like in hindsight that wasn't honestly a beneficial trade. That's a drag. Unless there's some way I can capitalize on making things a bit stronger here, which I'm not positive if there is. Yeah, because having the pawn go there to fill up the space is going to be what's getting in my way. If he goes over there, my bishop's going to have to run down somewhere over here. Ugh. Yeah, that's just bad. So there's no good spots for my bishop to run to. It's going to ruin all my pressure over here. So that wasn't smart. That was definitely not smart. I should have... See, I'm being too hasty. If I can take it, gain better control there. Respond to attack of his queen. Force him to respond to the queen first. He won't be able to move there. He's going to have to flat out move the queen. And I guess depending on where he moves the queen, maybe I can make something else happen. Maybe I'll see something if I get a queen to move that I don't see at the moment. So let's just do that. Continue my development, continue being aggressive, attacking something with every turn. Horse is protecting it, and he can't come up here with the pawn to block. I don't know. I'm definitely still going to have to worry about this guy getting out of here. But depending on where he might want to move, at the moment, if I can leave his pawns like this, his horse is blocked off, so that's still good, I suppose. If I want to just try and abandon my attack over here, I still kind of have an effect on that. It leaves his horse over to here, which my pawn is guarding both of, or to the sides, which they're not very good. And there we go. Alright, so he wants me to take there so he can put me in check, force me to move again. Let's see, he would rather, yeah, he wants to put me in check right here, and that'll give him a free, he's going to have that free thing anyway, actually. See, I was worried about that stupid little sacrifice, and now it's going to end up killing me. Let's see here, so do I take? If I take, he can pop down, put me in check, force me back, develop his piece, and he ends up just taking my bishop anyway. Alright, so that was really not good. But if I don't take, he's still just going to take the bishop regardless of what I do at this point. So I'm going to have to start playing a little bit more intelligently. So if I'm going to lose the bishop, I may as well take the bishop, despite the fact that he's going to be provided with a check for it. When someone does a sacrifice like that, you always want to double check and be like, okay, is there going to be something where it's going to royally just demolish me on the spot for it? You know, there's got to be a reason they're giving up stuff. But sometimes if you just don't take it, then you end up losing material for nothing, and that's not good either. So definitely an interesting game so far to this point. Yeah, so alright, he just takes it with his queen, offers up a trade, attacks my knight over here. Alright, so if I want to develop, so if I develop my rook to here, attack his queen, that would force him to trade. To which I could take. I'm still attacking his bishop. Force him to go somewhere. I need to start making something happen a little bit better. I am down a pawn at the moment. If I take, he pops over there. I can win. That's true. I can still win it back if I just offer up a trade, which is probably going to be the best thing for me, unfortunately, at this point. Just accept the trade. He takes it back. Our two pawns are isolated in the center, but then I can push a rook up, and I should be able to gain back one of the two materials. There's nothing he can really do with that light squared bishop. Actually, ooh, if I do go here, he pushes that up. Well, I can take a bishop. He would take bishop. I would take pawn. It messes up, although I no longer have the diagonal for it. Let's see here. Because it does create a fork on me. But I think that actually, if I were to do that, it'd be better if I take the pawn for it first. I think I end up okay because of the fact that if he wants to go for that, I can still jack his bishop. So we're going to go on that. See if I can't get something positive to happen. Okay, so he wants to just block stuff all over the place, which was definitely his smart move. And now I really need to worry about where I'm putting my guys. Let's see here. Because he still has this fork coming in, and I gotta start paying a little bit more heed to my defense at this point. He wants to mess up my pawns over here, which he certainly can do, though it would ruin his stuff over here. If I want to attack his rook, he brings it out. I can attack his horse and accomplish nothing. It just makes for a very cloggy center. If I just bring my bishop down here, we accomplish essentially nothing. But I do kind of need to move it out of the way so he doesn't fork all my stuff. I need to find somewhere to move my knight afterwards as well, so I can try and get him. Let's see, if I move my knight over to here, then again I'm not, well no, I still don't want him forking me, so I'm going to have to move this out of here first. And then I'll probably see if I can't move my my knight over to this square and see if I can get his bishop out of here and try to take back this pawn. Right now I'm down 18 to 17 in points, so it's been a very interesting game. The clock is killing me, but I don't really care about the clock. I'm just trying to have a decent game. I still want to get this guy active. He still has two pieces doing nothing. I need to find some way to capitalize on the fact that he's got two pieces doing nothing. And at the moment I don't. He could bring this out and attack my guys. If he wanted to develop there, I could push up here to attack it. He would. I don't know. No, or just push it over there. Okay, so that was definitely a better move than this spot over here. For some reason I was thinking I had this guarded, but I guess I've lost that guard in this course of time. So let's see. Oh, at least I'm still guarding this guy for the moment, but he's definitely going to take care of my defense on that piece. I suppose in hindsight I should have brought my bishop down here, but well, I don't know. That feels a lot worse. But I need to find somewhere safe for this rook. He's not safe on this square. He's not safe on this square. He's not safe on that square. Not safe here, and he's not really going to be safe on either of these for very long either. So I do have to move him somewhere though, since there's nothing else I can really attack at the moment. So I guess I can just put some pressure on his king file. But I'm probably going to end up losing this pawn over here real quick. So we'll have to see how that works. Because I assume at this point he wants to remove my horse defender, and then he can come in here taking that pawn. Which also then he would be attacking this one over here that'll be remaining. So I'm going to have a handful of options to deal with in a second real quick. Though I'm not sure if he wants to make this trade. We do have opposite colored bishops, so I want to start putting all of my stuff on dark squares and see if I can keep his stuff on the dark squares as well. This has become a very tricky game. Just trying to think if I move. I don't know. I don't know. I still want to move this guy here, still want to move this guy there. Yeah, I don't see any type of thing where I can not continue losing pawns at this point. I do at least still have, well, we both have this one guy in the center, but he's weak because there's nothing on either side of him to defend. My king obviously isn't in the greatest of shape either, but if I go here, I can get rid of a horse. If I go here, I can hopefully get rid of the bishop. So it's just a matter of which one do I want to get rid of more. And a lot of it now just depends on where he wants to go. Yeah, my two biggest concerns at the moment, I need to get rid of these two guys. At least one of them. So, okay, he's going to continue some pressure against me. I can move all the way down here, which is going to help me support my knights. Although, actually, if I do that, he just takes, he takes pawn, attacking my knight. I would have to move my knight, or my rook over to here to be coming after it. To which... he wouldn't have any way to defend the pawn, so I would still get this pawn back. So that might be the best thing for me to do. I'm going to have to try that. Plus I do want to keep him on dark squares just in case, since he has a light squared bishop. I want to try and just stay with everything opposite of what he can attack me with it. So, it's a very interesting game, and I don't know if I really have any fantastic tactics to go with over here. Okay, he is just going to go with that. He's going to end up taking my pawn, but then hopefully I can come back and win his pawn for it when he has to run his knight away. I don't know where it's going to go, but I should be able to get one of these suckers back. Right now I'm down 2 pawns. There's nothing in the center, but I think I can get him back. His horse doesn't have, well, let's see, could go, yeah, anywhere it wants to go. It's not necessarily doing a whole lot. Can't go here. Going here does nothing. Going here, I'm just going to keep attacking it at that point. Okay, so he does go there to continue to attack my other rook down here. So let's see, if I go over here to keep putting pressure on him, he could come back. Okay, so he would hop back into this square, which would both attack my rook and attack his pawn. So I need to find something better to... Let's see, so if let's see. Now because it attacks the rook, I lose... If he wants to go there... Okay, I think I kind of have to, though, because if I don't... Let's see, doubling up, he still just defends it, and I don't want to take that trade. If I don't attack it at all, and I go somewhere else... I don't know, I think I kind of have to attack it. It's not really a bad move anyway, because it'll give me an open file in a second. I do have to start worrying about the clock a little bit here. He's certainly going to just hop in right over here, but I can push. Though I do want to double check first, make sure there's nothing that's really bad going to happen. He is going to actually head over to this pawn. I wasn't looking far enough for that. So if I push up here, he is going to attack my pawn, which is then going to further go after my rook. So I need to really... God, at this point, this just looks terrible, though. But I'm going to continue losing pawns if I don't guard against it. God, that's just so weak. Maybe if I attack... Let's see here. If I come up here, he could take rook. I could take rook. I lose the game if something like that happens. Yeah, as disgusting as it is, I think I have to freaking move this guy back over to here. I knew I should have doubled up this stupid... Ugh. Alright, well this game looks like it's going to be a loss at this point. I'm down 2 pawns and my guys are busy doing absolutely nothing. Despite the fact that he hasn't used his at all, it's essentially doing the same amount of nothing that mine is doing. his pawns are in better shape. Well, granted, he also has 2 more of them. His king is in better shape. So yeah, things aren't looking too good over here. Alright, so he wants to trade. That's certain. So I don't want to accept that. I want to continue putting pressure on something, as I need to make, let's see, if I do trade, I can come back and still jack this pawn. Then I'll only be down 1 pawn. I'll actually have fairly decent, I don't know, because if I do trade, I'll have his rook there. I can take this guy. I'm still guarding over here, and I can start putting my bishop and bishop and rook working together. You know what? Let's just go for it. I know that's exactly what he wants, and I don't think this is the right play, but we'll just go for it. See if I can't make something happen. So he's going to accept. I can take over here. So now I'm only down by 1 pawn. Or am I winning by a pawn? Oh, no, well... No, 3 minor pieces. 3 minor pieces. I'm winning by a pawn. No, is that one more been taken? One more been taken. Sorry, I'm reading the freaking chart over to the side of my screen wrong. So, but I need to start getting these guys working together. Okay, so he's going to come after my bishop. He wants me to go down here to attack his horse, to which he just moves his rook over in this area, and he forks both of my guys. So I'm going to have to start coming after his guy in a different location instead. Or at the same time, actually, I need to defend this pawn. I need to defend this guy. I need to defend both of these guys, really. I suppose if I pop up here, they can be defensed. Because I want to use my bishop for attack. I don't want to have him being worried about defending crap. So, let's see here. And if possible, it'd be great if I could find a way to trap him over there. Well, because of time's sake, I'm just going to have to start moving stuff. I want to use my bishop for offense, so I'm going to protect it with the pawn for the second so that he's not going to go after it. Though he could still just pop down here. He's going to end up taking something, most likely. Should he want to go there, I can at least attack a piece of bigger significance. No, because then he'll still... Let's see... If he does want to go here, okay, so that was the worst. Yeah, wow, that was the worst move ever. How am I gonna do anything at this point? Because he's leaving his rook on a light square. He's attacking this guy. He's attacking my bishop, and he's attacking this pawn down here. I have no way to defend all of them whatsoever. So at this point, I just have to accept that one of those pawns is going to fall, and I need. God, even if I attack this guy, well, I can't attack him from right there. God, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I'm going to lose, that's what I'm going to do. Let's see. If I can come over here and attack his rook, that'll at least force him to do something else for a turn. It'll make my pawns a little bit better. There's no immediate check, no immediate piece of mine that's going to get taken. So, yeah, I think that's probably by far my best move. It saves me from dying for a little bit. It's a tough game. Tough game. God, if only this was a white squared bishop. If this was light squared, it would be game over so quick. But it's not. Which is obviously why he's played the way he has. 2 isolated pawns, though. Both of these are really weak. So I'm down 1, but both of those are weak. Alright, so he's going to come back there for a little bit of defense on it. Now I can go over here, get me some attack, defend this guy. Let's see, it'll defend this guy, it'll attack this guy. Maybe I can start making something a little bit better happen. I think I'm going to have to go with that. Yeah, I'll go with that. At this point, my clock is so low, I have to just see a move that doesn't lose something in one turn, maybe 2 turns, and just go with it at this point. It is the type of game where every time you make a move, I think I gain 10 seconds. So as long as I move within 11, 12 seconds, I'll be okay. So he is going to go there, really just wasting time at this point. I'm going to start stacking up some offense on this piece, however, so I can start taking it back. Because the bishop, doesn't matter where it goes on this diagonal, it's still going to be defending this guy. So he does want to push this pawn, to which if he pushes that, I'm actually in a little bit of trouble that way. I can go over here. Let's see. If I go over here, I attack his rook. I could take. If I go down here, he's just going to end up taking. Yeah, I messed up. I should have put my bishop here when I had the chance, and I saw it, but I didn't do anything for it. Alright, so at this point, I'm certainly going to lose some sort of material, even more. He's just going to take the bishop, force me to trade, and then I'm just going to be in bad situations left and right. God, my clock is so low, though. I have no choice. I just have to move, and I'm going to end up losing, most likely. I don't think he's going to make a blunder at this point. So that guy's going to be defended. There's nothing I can really do. If I move here, he's going to push. Yeah, I can't do anything about that guy at this point. Let's see. I would need move. Nope. Man, I just have no idea. Because he's going to get queened in 2 turns. I can't even force a perpetual check at this point. But I guess we'll have to find out. See if I can't make something silly happen. Keep putting him in checks. He's just going to run down here. Most likely he's going to run down there. Yep, he's going to run down there. Sacrifice a pawn just because I need to move something. Hey, look at that. That was interesting. He didn't do anything nearly what I expected. Let's see. There's still going to be nothing I can do about it, though. God, yeah, at this point it's just so far game over. And there's nothing I can do. Nope, that's going to be it, guys. So I'm just going to let the clock run out on this one. And unfortunately, I was not able to come out with a victory here. I certainly played a very strange game, something that I'm definitely not used to. Oh, my new standard rating is elite. Not really. My new standard rating's bad, but unfortunately, that's going to be it for this episode. I wasn't able to take it, but that's fine. I don't expect to win. I sure as hell am not going to win every game. So it'll be nice to see some feedback on what else I could have done that would not have sucked so bad, and where exactly I went wrong. Obviously, the opening section was very, very funky, very wonky, very kind of stupid. So it'll be interesting to get some feedback on there, and we're going to get right back in the future and try and turn some of these into W's instead. So thanks for watching, guys. Sorry this was so long, but sometimes that's how chess works, eh? Take it easy. Peace.